This is my goal, the max cape. I want to do it in the shortest gameplay time possible as an Ironman. Because I chose to be an Ironman, this little status symbol next to my name prevents me from trading other players or using the Grand Exchange, so I have to get all items myself. Since pathing is essential in an Ironman, a lot of theory crafting and planning goes into this max cape run, and we have the perfect guide to follow. The quarry, filled with granite and sandstone. As a person who never really played Ironman, I never had much experience with sandstone rocks here, since granite was always better XP an hour. However, on this account, getting all the supplies myself since I'm an Ironman, it's time to utilize the sandstone rocks. This big boy over here can store up to 25k buckets of sand, which I will absolutely be making use of. For those unfamiliar with why an Ironman would need buckets of sand, they are used for training crafting long term for 99, because they can make molten glass which can then be blown for essentially the best crafting XP on an Ironman. I'm not going to be using this 25k buckets of sand for a long time, however I do need 72 mining for making friends with my arm quests, so I figured why not start off by mining 25,000 buckets of sand. I used this gravestone method as a bank deposit in previous episodes, and I mentioned that I would be making use of it again. I don't have humidify yet, so realistically, I would have to bring 4 to 5 water skins per trip and then bank, otherwise the desert heat would kill me here. However, running here is a solid 1 to 2 minute waste of time, so I hit up death and put some water skins in my gravestone, which allows me to do 2 things. One is carry only 1 water skin in my inventory at a time, making it so that every time I have to run to the sand deposit, I have as much sand as possible in my inventory. And 2, I can stay in the desert for 6 hours without having to go anywhere, since that's about how long 25k buckets of sand is. If you're bad at the game and actually die, you probably know that gravestones have a 15-minute timer to get back to. However, a cool mechanic that makes this method so useful is that when the interface is open, the timer does not go down. With my gravestone on the tile that it is on, I'm allowed to just barely run between the rocks and sand grinder without ever closing the interface, so my gravestone timer never goes down. Here's level 59 mining. Mining sand is a pretty common method for Ironman, however, most people spend their time mining 4 sand rocks. The reality is that you only need about 2 mil mining XP worth of sand, so you can get your other 11 mil XP elsewhere. Granite is still one of the best XP methods in the game for mining, so what I'm doing is mining 3 sandstone and then 1 granite rock. As you can see, each rock is 1 tile away, so I never have to enable run energy. On top of that, my inventories are 25% longer since I have to drop 1 rock out of the 4, so it gives my energy enough time to restore to run back to the grinder. Just for reference, I started this trip at 53 mining and have not reset my tracker once, and while it is my first time doing this, I'm still managing to hold 77k an hour while banking sand. Fast forwarding, here's level 64 mining, nearly pushing my rate to 78k. And 430k XP gain later, here's level 68 mining. And very shortly after, 25,000 buckets of sand that I mined myself have been stored and will be brought out at a later date. I can't believe I did it, but I managed to play for 6 hours without leaving every 50 minutes for a birdhouse run. Now I'm back in routine though. Currently, I'm level 63 Hunter, which means I only have 1.6 mil XP left to do at 3k XP per run. Before jumping into more, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Hey guys, are you looking for a way to level up your online gaming experience while staying safe and secure? Well, let me introduce you to Surfshark VPN, the ultimate companion for your gaming adventures and today's video sponsor. So what exactly does Surfshark VPN do? Imagine you're wearing a mask for online activities, making it impossible for anybody to snoop on you. Whether using public Wi-Fi or sending sensitive files, Surfshark keeps your information safe. The best part with Surfshark is that you can virtually travel the world with just 1 click. Connect to servers in different countries and unlock content that would be restricted where you are. Imagine accessing the biggest movie catalog on Netflix or getting amazing deals on websites such as Amazon or AliExpress, no matter where you are. But that's not even all. Surfshark offers some fantastic add-on security combos. Surfshark Alert lets you monitor your personal data, while Surfshark Antivirus keeps your devices virus-free. And with Surfshark Search, you can browse without leaving any trace and avoid those pesky personalized ads. Surfshark has got your back, with over 3,000 servers in 100 countries, top-grade encryption, a kill switch to protect your data, and a strict no logs policy. Plus, you can enjoy unlimited devices with just one subscription. But wait, there's more. Get an exclusive Surfshark deal by entering promo code JCW. You'll get an extra 3 months free when you sign up at surfshark.deals/JCW. So, level up your online security and unlock a world of possibilities with Surfshark VPN. Don't miss out on this special offer, enter promo code JCW, and start your safe and private gaming journey today. And thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring. My playtime might jump around here because the clips are out of order, but I promise everything will make sense by the end of the video. I still need 72 mining for the quest at this point, so after a long time, I made my way back to the quarry, but since I had 25k buckets of sand in the grinder, I couldn't store more and I had no GPE to take them out, so I mined granite for 3 levels. Here's level 69, 70, and 71. So you may be wondering, I said I need 72 mining, so why would I leave granite at 71 when I'm just 1 level off? Well, I'm actually going to be going for a gem bag during the speedrun. The gem bag cost me 100 nuggets from Motherlode mine. You have a certain % chance to get a nugget when depositing ores from Motherlode mine. So let's take a look at this chart. Nuggets are always a 2.73% chance. However, there are 4 spikes on the road to 99 where it goes up to an overall 3.13% chance. And one of the spikes is at level 71, so let's head right over there. Most people believe you cannot tick manipulate Motherlode mine. However, that's just not true. It's just a lot more complicated than any other tick manipulation method. Regular granite mining with tick manipulation utilizes knife plus log with movement to roll 2 chances at successfully mining a rock every 3 ticks. If you miss the first roll, you get 1 more chance, which is why the XP rates you can get at a low level are so high, such as my 110k rate at level 70. Motherlode mine has the same potential of using tick manipulation methods for 2 rolls, however there's a catch. If you succeed in receiving the pay dirt, the game code prevents your character from moving for 1 tick. In that 1 tick of delay, you're still interacting with the vein, and because of that, this only works with an adamant pickaxe. Why? Because adamant pickaxes have a 4 tick cycle. After a whole 1 tick delay when receiving the pay dirt, you start moving to the next vein with the remaining 3 ticks on that 4 tick cycle, just as if you knife log to start a 3 tick cycle. So if you use a pickaxe that was longer or shorter than 4 ticks, it would be off cycle and wouldn't work, because for this to work, you have to start moving when there's 3 ticks left in your cycle. And remember, the adamant pickaxe starts a 4 tick cycle once you receive the pay dirt. It's best to only deposit 26 pay dirt at a time because the sack can hold up to 80 ores before being full. If you deposit 26 at a time, the number lands right at 78 before your last deposit, meaning you can do a whole extra inventory of 26 before emptying your sack. And look at this, guys, a full sack of 104 pay dirt gave me 2 golden nuggets. And yes, I need 100. So I kept on filling my sack, taking 15 minutes and getting 2 to 4 nuggets. I probably got about 12 to 14 nuggets an hour when the RNG averaged out, but that's with tick manipulation. So yeah, for anybody who actually needs to get the outfit and such from here, I am so sorry to hear, best of luck to you. Here's level 73 mining. I didn't expect to gain so many mining levels while here, and in hindsight, I probably could have started Motherlode mine at 69 or 70 mining and then finish at 72. The next buff to nugget chance after level 71 is 85, and I will likely be making use of the gem bag before then, so I figured I might as well finish all this off now. One important thing that I want to note is that the extra buff to nugget chance does not work when using boosts, such as Dragon Pickaxe or the Celestial Ring, which boosts your mining level by 3 or 4. And yes, while the ring buff doesn't show your mining level like 75 out of 71, it still does give a +4 bonus and will mess up the nugget chance buff. 7, 8, or 9 dreadful hours later, being 7 nuggets away from the gem bag, I managed to get lucky and finish it all in this trip. The gem bag is finally mine. I delayed this grind for so long on this account, but a few months ago they pulled Tithe to make the points per hour 40% faster than normal. The rewards from here include the herb sack, seed box, and auto weeder, all of which are worth getting. The buff to this minigame happened about 3 weeks after I would have preferred to do it. However, I saved myself 2 hours of Tithe farming by waiting for it, so it was probably worth it. The method I used for this was the basic 25x4 method where you plant 25 at a time, but now that you can have up to 10,000 seeds in your inventory, you just keep on going until your next birdhouse run. All of the XP comes at the end when you turn in your plants, and they are fat XP drops. This is about 110 to 120k XP an hour doing 25 plants at a time. It's not bad, but I would never recommend it for XP in a million years when growing trees exists. And I'm now hitting 77 farming, and I'm trying my best to do as much as I can for farming XP at this point, because 82 farming is a massive unlock for the Ironman. And now that I've hit over 500 points, I logged out as the fastest method for getting back to the shop, and it was time to buy the final rewards of the seed box and the herb sack. Farming will continue as much as possible while I work on other stuff. We just finished our 72 mining requirement for the waste herb patch. However, we still need 65 agility. The best way to get this is through barb fishing, and to prepare for efficient barb fishing, we have to do two things. One is to make as many herblore pots as possible. The more the better. Unfortunately, as of right now, it's not realistic to make as many as I will be using. Here's level 50 herblore. 51. 52. 53. 54. And just to let you guys know, from level 50 until the mid 80s, I only make 4 potions. I use my Aventos plus Snape Grass to make fishing potions, Irits plus Eye of Newts to make super attack potions, Quarms plus Limpwort Roots to make super strength potions, and Cadentine plus Whiteberries for super defense potions. Wow, JCW, only these 4 potions until mid 80s? How will you get the herbs for all of this without trading anybody since you're an Ironman? Well, that brings us to the farming guild and why 82 farming is so important. Farming contracts are their #1 grind for seeds on an Ironman. Guildmaster Jane has you grow crops inside the farming guild and rewards you with different tiered seed packs based off of what she asks for. You can use garden pies as a +3 farming boost to get contracts, so I started this at level 62 farming, and I'll only go harder after 82 when I can boost for the higher tiered contracts at 85. The rewards from the seed packs from the medium and higher tiers are all herb seeds and tree seeds that I can even use for farming XP. So while doing farming contracts as much as I can, along with Hespori trying to get a bottomless bucket drop, I have to still get 65 agility for the waste herb patch. I'm gonna do that through barb fishing, but before I even return to barb fishing, I need to train my cooking for a bit. So I grabbed my self-earned GP stack since I'm an Ironman and headed to Karamja where you can buy raw Kawambams. I bought 10 per world and then hopped, and when I got a full inventory, some genius let there be light and I was able to cook the Kawambams. This is the best cooking XP an hour for an Ironman, and it's how I will get 99 cooking. However, at the moment, my goal is to spend as much GP as I can to get close to level 80 for fishing. I mentioned in previous episodes how good caviar is from fishing, and you can cut sturgeon for them at any level to get it. However, at level 80 cooking, it becomes a 100% success rate. So let's spend some money. Here's 71 cooking. 72. 73. And around the time I was level 75 cooking, I realized I was probably too poor to afford level 80. So for some reason, I don't have any clips of future level ups, but I hit level 77 here, and then I made my way towards barb fishing, where I could finish the last requirement of 65 agility for waste herb patch. I'm gonna put a small disclaimer here. I'm very behind on clips at the time of this video, and I did randomly switch my recording settings and hope to give better quality clips to you guys around the time I started recording 65 agility grind. So if there's a noticeable difference between these clips to the end of the video versus the beginning, that's why. The next video should all look like this, so hopefully you guys like it better. Right now, I'm doing normal cut eat fishing, where I use a knife on all of my fish in hopes to gain cooking XP, where I gain about 11 to 12k an hour. I still need a berserker ring, and I do not have enough death runes or money for another Dagannoth Kings trip, so I need to grow as many cats as possible while doing this agility grind. Caviar is still one of the best items in the game for my account at the moment, but I'll go more in depth about that method next episode, whereas for now, I just need to rush 65 agility. With that comes free fishing level ups, of course, and here's level 81. 78 cooking. 82 fishing. During all of this, I'm trying my best to keep up with farm runs, including cow claw trees. And yes, despite what a lot of people think, it is possible to have multiple cats in your inventory to turn in for death runes at once. This is done by storing a grown cat in your POH in a pet house, and then going to grab another kitten. I have a teak house, which means I can store up to 5 cats and then grow another one, so I can turn in 6 cats at a time. And keeping up with my dailies, I'm still doing Hispori as much as I can, and I just hit 10k C, still no bottomless bucket. Around 83/84 fishing, somebody suggested for me to use fishing potions once per trip for the +3 fishing bonus. So once I get a caviar, I use it on my 2-dose fishing potion for 38 Herbler XP, and then I drink away accordingly when I need the bonus. Just as every other gatherer skill, the success rate of catching a resource, in this case a fish, goes up each level. So if I can drink a fishing potion to have a permanent +2/3 fishing bonus, it'll help my rates a good chunk to 99 fishing. Plus, remember, I'm an Ironman, so that means I can't trade anybody, so I won't be able to sell these anyway. Closing in now on level 84 fishing. 85. And I'm just going to hit the fast forward button. Nearing level 89 fishing, I am finally about to hit level 65 agility. With this, we can finally move on to questing. But first, a quick update on our farming gains. I'm now level 82 farming, which means I'm able to eat a garden pie to boost for a high level contract. So the herb seeds are now starting to fly in. I started doing the making friends with my arm quest, and I hate to admit it, but I scuffed the first boss fight and lost a few minutes. However, once I knew what I was actually doing, it was very easy. I dropped all my DDS specs to get her down pretty far in HP, and then I lured her to the safest spot there is and started flinching. And pro tip for you guys here, do not fucking misclick the staircase like I did. I went back and finished the boss fight and completed this long awaited quest. This actually got us our first 99 fire making, along with 74 mining and 66 agility. I made my way downstairs and started mining away for the rocks to build what I need. I'm building myself a fire of nourishment, which is what unlocks me the herb patch, and I'm using the extra rocks to make the actual teleports to the patch to last me for a bit. While you can build a portal in your POH, which many of you are probably going to tell me to do, it is not worth it for this account. The reason being is because I have to teleport to my house to use the portal, and I will not be on normal spellbook for most of this run, or have the construction cape to teleport to my home until very late into the account. Bearing in mind that I'm an Ironman and I have to make my own supplies, I would have to mine extra clay and make the tabs myself, and with that in mind, it's just better to not bother with the portal and just make the teleports. It seems pretty obvious, but just in case it isn't, if I bring all my colored salts in my inventory, I can use the unnoted salts that I mine as I get them on it to ensure that I don't have to bank them to make teleports. For now, I'll be getting 300 of the icy teleports, which I'll be using right away with all of our seeds, and 50 of the earth teleports while I'm in the area, which I won't be using until we complete a few diaries. Before we jump into the deep farming and fishing grind, I want to try my luck one more time at Dagannoth Kings with 3,000 death runes that I managed to grow with cats on my way to 65 agility. This banana boss is the first boss you have to kill in RFD, and surprisingly, he was definitely the hardest. I was lazier than I cared to admit about food, because I didn't think it would be that hard, but I did manage to just barely kill him. Upstairs and downstairs in Lumbridge Castle were too far for a bank on a speedrun account, So I ended up just running to the middle and hopping to a PvP world for the bank that spawns here. Many easy boss fights later, I did it. I got my barrel's gloves and an XP lamp. This XP lamp unfortunately requires level 50 to use, and I wanted to put it on Slayer. So naturally, I did what any person with insane amount of game knowledge would do, and placed it in my bank until I'm level 50 Slayer. With our new gloves that make almost no difference at DKs, let's head over there and try our luck for a Berserker Ring or Dragon Axe. The Berserker Ring gives me a +8 strength bonus, which will prove itself to be very useful when I'm doing all 99 melees at 150k an hour. The Dragon Axe is about 10% better than a rune, so that alone will save me another 6 hours for 99 woodcutting. Both of these drops are 1 in 128 from Dagannoth Rex, so let's hope that we get both this trip. The reason that I use this side of the Dagannoth Kings layer to kill is so that I can hop after each kill to another world for more kills per hour. This is a common method for pet hunters when they only need one of the pets, because the respawn timer on a Dagannoth King is 90 seconds. With this method, I get about 30 kills per hour with my shitty stats and gear. Many kills later, I hit 74 magic and I got a Runite bar. A Runite bar actually isn't the worst drop since it's an item requirement for the quest, and it's kind of hard to get since it requires level 85 smithing. And I did it! 200 kills and not a single Dragon Axe or Berserker Ring. I think I definitely have a right to cry about it now. I currently have no food and 27 HP. So I figured I'd try one more kill and hopefully we'll get something. Either way, we have to teleport after this. It was a little bit closer than I was expecting it to be for this kill, but I already had zero motivation since I was dry on drops, so I decided let's just risk this final kill. And with my second trip complete, I'm now poor again in death runes and can't go back. I still have no Dragon Axe, no Berserker Ring, but I do have 212 kill count. Let's do a recap to see the huge progress since last episode. On the left are my stats from last week, and on the right are my current stats. Many hours were played in this video, here's an easier visual to see the gains. We jumped up to 248 hours played, and our EHP at this point is 188. This puts us 60 hours behind where we want to be, but I think it's just straight impossible to hold 1-to-1 EHP the entire time on a normal Ironman account. There's just too many things you have to do yourself without training anybody. Anyway, boys and girls, TY for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.